All right, second grade. So we are continuing working on solving addition, three digit addition problems using the standard algorithm, which is the vertical way, right? So we are just going to continue doing that today. I'm going to show a couple problems and then I'm going to put some up that you can practice at home, all right? So, and I'm still going to use those manipulatives like I did yesterday, except instead of putting the little discs on here on my board, I'm just going to use the three colors. So like these are the hundreds, represents the hundreds, the tens, and the ones, okay? So I'm just going to get started with our first problem. So our first problem is 227 plus 183. So it's going to give it to us the horizontally, and we have to put it vertically, okay? So this is a moment that we have to really think and really focus in making sure that our ones are lined up, our tens and our hundreds. I say that because it's so important, because if it's just off by one place value, your whole answer will be wrong, okay? So it's so important it's all lined up. So when I take my 227, I'm gonna put that 183 plus, right? My sign comes down, and then I have 183. So you can see my ones, I have 7 ones here, 3 ones, 2 tens and 8 tens, 2 hundreds and 1 hundreds. And put my line. Miss White used to draw the lines down so that you would really be able to see the different places. But, you know, guys are so close to being third graders. You guys can really start to just see those different place values. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this so that I can make my place value drawing. So we've got the vertical, we've got it written out vertically, and we have our place value chart. Okay, here's our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Okay, and I'm going to start with the hundreds. I'm just going to draw it out, okay? So the first number we're adding is 227. So we have 200. We have, let's see, 20, 7. Okay, I go down here, 183. I'm gonna draw out my 183. So that's another 100. That's 8 tens. And how many ones? You got it, 3. So once we have it drawn out, now we always start with the ones, okay? We always start with the ones. We're looking at the ones, and remember, if we get to 10 of anything, we can exchange it for the next place value. If I have 10 ones, I can exchange it for the next place value, which is a 10, because I made a 10. 10 ones gives you 1 10. If I have 10 tens, it gives me what? 100, okay? So let's look at our ones. So we know we have 7 here and 3 here. Well, I know that 7 plus 3 is 10. Oh my gosh, I made a 10. So I'm going to actually use my green marker, because I'm gonna take these 10 and I'm gonna move it over because I exchanged it for a 10, 1 10. So I get rid of that. Do I have any ones left over, my ones now? No, I don't. So I have a 0, okay? Now let's go down to our standard algorithm. If we start with the ones, 7 plus 3 gave us 10. But do we have any ones left? Nope, so I have 0. But did it give us a 10? It did give us 1 10, so guess what? I'm gonna put my 1 10 down here. We cannot forget the little guys. We cannot forget to add him in, okay? We made a 10, but we just moved him over. So now we're going to our tens. We have 2 up here, and so we have 1, 2, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. we had a 10 in there though. We had 10 tens, so we can exchange that to make 100. So I'm gonna take my blue marker and let's do this. So I have 2 up here, I have 8 down here, so I know that makes a 10, I know that makes 100, so I'm gonna move 100 over. But do we have an extra in the tens column? We have 1 extra. So there's my 1, okay? 2 plus 8 plus 1 is 11, so we have 1 in the tens column, but we made 100, so we have to add 100, add a little guy down here in the hundreds column, okay? And our last thing to do, what's our last column? The hundreds. How many hundreds? 100, 200, 300, 400. 4 hundreds. So, and you can see by adding 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So we have 410. 410. That time we had to exchange 2 times. We had to do the ones and the tens, okay? Sometimes that happens. All right, and here we go. I'm gonna show another one. I'm gonna do it a little quicker this time and then I'll let you guys go. Okay. Alrighty, so here's our problem. We have 424 plus 288. 424 plus 288. And I'm just gonna go ahead and write it vertically. Okay, I have my ones totally in line with each other, the tens and the hundreds, okay? Here's my place value chart. I have the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. You know the drill. We're gonna set it up. It's 424, so I need 420. Ooh, come on, green marker. Last time it was doing this too. Need a new green, and then 4 ones we have. Okay, can you all see that? Okay. Plus 288, so I have 200s down here, and 8, and we have 8. Okay. 424 plus 288. Excellent. Always start with the ones. You got it. Here we go. So I have 4. I know I have 4 plus 8. Well, 4 plus 8 is more than 10. So what I'm going to do is I got my green marker. I have 8 down here, so maybe I'm going to grab a couple from up there. So I'm going to have, so I'm going to have 8, 9, 10. Okay, I have my 10. I want to exchange it for a 10. So I have my 10 ones. I'm exchanging it for a 10. So I'm going to cross that out and I'm going to move it to the tens because we made a 10. However, I think we had some extras. Yeah, we had 2 extras. So we ended up with 2 ones. Okay. Same thing over here with my vertical, my standard algorithm. We have 4 plus 8. Well, we know that 10 plus 2, we made the 10 and 2, makes 12. Here's my 2, my 1, there's my ones down here. But I moved a 10 over. So that means I need to add a 10, a little guy down below. And we cannot forget our little guys because they matter. So now, here we go. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's my 10. So I had 10 tens, which gave me 100. I can exchange it for 100. So here's my 10 tens, and I'm moving this over to make 100. However, we forgot 1. One's left. So 110 is left. So if I have 2 plus 8, which is 10, and plus 1 is 11, I have my 110 that's left, right? But we had to move 100 over, so we have to add 100 down here. Okay? And last but not least, we count our hundreds. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7. So I added those up to get 7 hundreds. So we have 7 hundreds here, right? If I write it out in word form. 7 hundreds, we have 1 10, and we have 2 ones. Okay? Just like our standard form, our word form, 7 hundreds, 1 10, and 2 ones, which gives us 712. Because if you think about it, just like we used to do, 7 hundreds is 700, plus 110, which is just 10, plus 2, which is 2. And we know that 10 plus 2 is 12. 700 plus 12 is 712. Okay, it's all starting to come together. All the stuff that we've done this year is for this, okay? You should have a very good understanding of this. All right, so what I'm going to do now is really quickly is I'm going to put up a few problems, okay, and then I want you guys to solve these. You can use just the vertical form if you feel confident, or you can always draw out the chips. I love the chips because I know, because I'm physically seeing those, or visually seeing those move over. All right, so here we go. Here are the problems. And since I'm super duper nice, I'll put them in standard form for you already, or vertical form for you already. Okay, so here we go. First one, 224 plus 167. 224 plus 167. That's your first one. Your second one is 518 plus 245. And your last one of the day is 482 plus 369. That is your last one. You have 1, 2, and 3. So I want you to pause the video at this moment, and you can write them down and send them to me when you are finished. Okay? We'll see you later.